All right, so one of the first things that we pick up when we look at Jesus calling us the salt of the earth, he says this interesting thing where it's like, yo, if the salt loses its flavor, how can then it be salty? Because it won't be good for nothing but to be trampled upon. And I think that there's an interesting message that we sometimes miss here. The truth is that salt does not lose its flavor. Like, as a chemical compound, salt is fundamentally made of stuff that does not lose flavor. So what is being referenced here is not salt literally losing flavor. It's this process where they would collect water from the Dead Sea and mix in with the water. There would be salt, but also white substance that looked like salt. So what you have is genuine salt that is salt to its core, that is authentic. And then you also have fake stuff. It's fake white stuff that looks a lot like salt, but it's not real and it's not genuine. He's speaking about a class of people who walk life in an inauthentic way for the sake of attention. They're checking all the boxes of what society wants them to do just for the sake of receiving adoration and praise. And what happens is, because we're human, we will applaud a lot of those people. We're gonna give them great position and esteem, yet a lot of them are walking life in a way that is inauthentic to who they truly are. A lot of us who are like raised in like church tradition or church culture, we kind of get used to the idea that if I'm supposed to be spiritual, if I'm supposed to be impactful, there's almost like a type of costume that I have to put on. There's like a church language that I have to use. There's a Christian demeanor that I'm supposed to have. And we become very well practiced at pretending. And that what that's called is hypocrisy. Now, we think of hypocrisy as a negative thing because it is, but really a hypocrite is somebody who is an actor. Like, that's what the term was used for. That's where it comes from. Like, a hypocrite was an actor. And so there are people who are walking in the world today who are really just acting and playing out a role. They're not being genuine and authentic to who they really are. They're simply acting a role. And some of us have become so good at it that we are confused with what the role is that we're playing and who it is that we are truly destined to be and who it is that we really are fundamentally. Because the stuff that we really are, honestly, a lot of times we think that it's weird, we think that it's strange, we think that it has no use in society and definitely no use to God. So we go into these churches and we get really good at becoming actors. We get really good at pretending. And Jesus is saying that that's not what I need in order to transform the world. I don't need folk who are fake. I need folk who are real and genuine and authentic. And when you go back just a little bit from this part of the Sermon on the Mount and you look at the people that who he calls blessed, it's folk who, you know what I'm saying, like, blessed are like the poor in the spirit, blessed are the humble and the meek, blessed are those who hunger and thirst after righteousness. When he describes these people, he's really talking to a class who have been through some things that have eroded any of that hypocriticalness. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you talk to folk who have really been through some things and who are honest about their flaws, they're honest about what they've went through, they're honest about the fact that they're messed up, a lot of times these are the folk who you can have real and genuine, authentic conversations with. But what we find half the time when we're looking at church folk is that you almost feel like you're dealing with a politician, where it's like, yo, you're just saying what I want to hear right now. Yo, be real with me. Don't be fake with who you are, because the person that you are, genuinely and authentically, where you are in your life right now, is going to be the most useful in the hands of God. That's the salt of the earth. The real, authentic, true, and genuine you. Get rid of this idea that I gotta pick up another face in order to be effective in the hands of God. I'm gonna be effective being who I am right now.